So I began to encounter this phenomenon called delamination on these floors, these concrete floors. It's kind of weird because it's only occurring in the dining room and the kitchen and a little bit in the living room. So here's part of the living room. If I zoom in, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, where the sealer delaminates, becomes separated from the concrete below. It gets kind of a dull, translucent look right in there. And if you take a little single-edged razor blade, you can scrape that stuff up. So I've been redoing a section here. I'll go back out here. This is in front of the refrigerator. So this section here, I refinished this 5 times so far, where I stripped it up, put down the sealer. And one possible cause of this is moisture coming up through the concrete. Now, why would it occur only in the dining room, kitchen? Doesn't occur in the other parts of the house, the hallway, the bedrooms? I don't know. But if this continues, my wife and I are probably going to retile this entire house once all the remodeling is done. But hopefully, I haven't gotten up on this floor yet. But here you can see there's a little. I'm going to do another little foot beyond that right there, where that use this solvent called xylene, and use some single-edge razor blades. Use a cloth towel rag that won't give off lint, so you won't when it has a tight weave. Because when you put that xylene on there, it re-emulsifies and it dissolves the sealer a little bit. It gets kind of sticky. So to do this section right here, let's go out here. I'm going to go out about another foot. That's going to take about an hour. Get my hands and knees scraping it up with a sponge and the single-edged razor blades. But hopefully I can keep going on this floor in the dining room, kitchen. And I think as long as I put, one cause of this may be putting on too much sealer, getting it too thick, because you need to have the sealer and the concrete needs to breathe, so moisture needs to pass in both directions through the sealer. And so I'm thinking if I only put down 1 or 2 coats, 2, 3 maybe, it'll help mitigate this problem. So here now I've finished refinishing this, removing and reapplying the sealer. I went out about another foot, and you can see where it begins to get a lighter translucent kind of color. That needs to be refinished also. But I've done this area in front of the refrigerator right in here. And this area right in front of the refrigerator I did about 4 months ago, and I think it's finally taking. If we look in here, let's look at some spots too. So my theory was this was due to, I think the problem is there's too much sealer when I initially put it down. So I'm putting about 3 coats down, and when I have to pull it up and put more sealer down again, I'm just doing 1 coat. So I think the less amount of sealer is going to allow the water to pass back and forth through the concrete. So hopefully this will address this problem. But see here, if I, and it took about an hour to do another foot move of this floor, to refinish this floor. So hopefully if this fixes it, because if this continues, I really can't afford to spend several hundred hours a year touching up this floor. So we'll see.